Hello everyone, so in this video we'll be seeing how to calculate the sample size required for two sample t-tests as well as one-way analysis of variance or ANOVA. So to do this we open the calculator from DOE menu, go to design diagnostics and then sample size and power. So in this menu we choose two sample means for two sample t-tests. Here we enter the standard deviation and the difference to detect and you enter the power, let's say it's 0.9, and then when you click continue, so now you can see that it's a jump says 68 samples are required. Note that since this is two sample t test, so this sample size that you're seeing is the overall samples. So since you have two sets of data, you need to divide this number by 2, or in other words, from each set you need 68 by 2 or 34 samples. Now let's see how to calculate the sample size in ANOVA. So for calculating sample size for ANOVA, you click K sample means from the sample size menu, and here again you enter the alpha value and standard deviation. So here you enter the up to 10 prospect means, showing the separation across the groups, or for example, let's say the maximum difference that you want to detect between two means is 20. Then you enter 0 in the first box, you enter 20 in the second box, and then you enter a middle value between 0 and 20, that is 10, in the third box, and then you enter the power. Let's say you want to choose 0.9, and then you click continue. You can see that jump says sample size required is 122. Now there is another new option in jump under the DOI menu. If you click on sample size explorer, you have this thing called power, where you can choose power for one sample mean or two independent means, which is the two sample t-test, and also you have the option to choose a power for ANOVA. So here again it's slightly different here. So you'll enter the alpha value, and then here if you remember there we actually entered a population standard deviation, but here we can separately enter two standard deviation, because here we have two different groups. So and and then we can say the difference to detect, which is again the maximum value, and then you can say the power that you want to detect is 95. So now you can see that jump has predicted 102 values in total, and also it separately tells that from each of the groups you need 51 values. Now let's see the calculator for ANOVA. So again you go to DOE sample size explorer, power, and then you click on power for ANOVA. So here it's kind of similar again. Here you mention the number of groups, and then you enter the standard deviation or within group variation. So let's say this is around 20, and then you enter this between group variance. So remember that this within group variation is the standard deviation for each group, and between group variation is the variation between the different groups. So here it's saying, and let's change the power to 90%. So here it says the sample size required is 7. So yeah, these the option to observe the or calculate the sample size using this sample size explorer option is actually new in jump. It's only available in jump 16. So this is a good way to figure out the sample size required depending on the accuracy of the measurements that you are trying to do.